What's up, YouTube? BeerGarson99 here with a deck profile of the deck the new deck I got in the mail this week. I was gonna do this earlier, but I didn't really have the opportunity to do it. Uh, but anyway, it is 10 o'clock on Friday night, so yeah, that's when deck profiles happen. Plus, everyone's out probably partying right now, but no, I'm just here with my Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Anyway, this deck is a deck I'm really excited about. Deck I really like. It is PSY-Frames. I think this deck is really cool. It's a really good idea, and yeah, it catches a lot of people off guard because people still have like no idea how this works. So it's just it wins a lot of games just off of that because people will misplay because they don't know what any of the things do. Which on the one hand is kind of annoying because they're reading your cards the whole time, but you win games. So anyway, this is one of the decks. Well, this is the deck I'm probably going to be taking to the ARG State Championship in Rhode Island which is 2 weeks from tomorrow. The 7th is the Saturday after Halloween. Um, it's in Warwick, so yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Going with some friends. Obviously, this isn't the exact list. I'm still messing around with things, and also it is ARG format. This is built for Konami format. Which I mean basically is like one card. I'd have to like replace the Raigeki with something. That's really it, I think, in the main. And then yeah, the side deck I'm still messing with because I don't know. I kind of have a rough draft right now, but like this whole deck is kind of a rough draft of what it is. But I mean, it's not like there's a million variants of it. I found the Yusenju version interesting, Ryan Levine's deck from Atlantic City. But the issue I saw with that is like the deck becomes somewhat dependent, or not dependent, just like it's geared a lot towards the Yosenjus, and the fact that like to successfully pull off like plays with the Yosenjus, you need to have like more than one in hand, obviously, and they can't be like the same ones. And at that point, the deck starts to become steered more towards them, and I just didn't really like that. And just like your hands, because like you want these like not well him, but like you want the gears in your hand to counter things. And with the Yosenjus, like you just like have a hand of Yosenjus and you can't really do anything. Um, so yeah, I think this build is a little more versatile, but I like the idea of it anyway. But yeah, I'm just gonna get right into it. I'm gonna kind of explain as much as I can because I understand people don't know what this deck does. So three's PSY-Frame Driver. He's the vanilla. He's the one that comes out from your hand deck or graveyard when you summon any of the other one, the PSY-Frame gears, the hand traps. He has to come out if you can't summon him because they're like banished, or well, I guess that's really the only way because they come out from anywhere. But if you can't bring one of him out, then you can't use your PSY-Frames because they come out at the same time. So um, yeah, he's just a level 6 2500, and then all the gears are like either level 1 or level 2 tuners. So yeah, you can just make either Zeta or Omega with him. So yeah, obviously you need 3 of him because he's really important. So 3 Alpha. So what all the PSY-Frame gears do is that they're all responsive to pretty much any action your opponent does. And anything they do, you can bring one of these guys out from your hand when you control no monsters. You bring him out as well as the driver, and it will usually negate and destroy that action, except for Alpha, who does something a little different. Also, they can't be normal summoned, and they can only be special summoned by a card effect. That obviously includes their own. You can also E-Tele them, but like, E-Tele's not really good in this deck. So what Alpha does, he's the only one that doesn't actually negate or destroy anything. The other ones all do. What he does when your opponent normal or special summons a monster, you bring him and the driver out from your hand, and then you can add any PSY-Frame card from your deck to your hand except Alpha. And he's a level 1 tuner, so he searches for pretty much anything. So you're usually going to be going for either the field spell or the trap, usually whichever you don't have, pretty much. But yeah, pretty much whatever you don't have, because they're both really important. But you're usually just going to want to go. But if you don't have either, then like you just go for the trap. Like you just want the trap card. Like the field spell is like good, but you have fill zones and stuff like that. So yeah, that's Alpha. 3 Beta, level 1 tuner. Obviously, they're all tuners. He's the Valk, basically. He comes out, he negates, you can bring him out when your opponent declares an attack, you negate the attack. destroy the monster, and end the battle phase. So yeah. Oh, also another thing I forgot to mention, at the end phase, any PSY-Frame that was special summoned um, is banished pretty much at the end. So yeah. So like if you bring this guy out and the driver, like they're both banished at the end phase, which isn't too bad if you have the field zone, but it can kind of suck because you don't want your drivers to get banished. 3 Gamma, he's the effect negator when your opponents activate, or when your opponent, when a monster, when any monster activates an effect, you can just negate it with this, and it doesn't have to be on the field, it can be from anywhere. So yeah, you can negate like engrave effects, hand traps, stuff like that. Just negates and destroys any monster effect that activates. So yeah, and he's level 2 tuner. And then the last one we play is 3 Delta. He negates spells. Yeah, I guess people are partying or whatever. There's just a lot of noise. It's Friday night in college, so that's what happens. Yeah, 3 Delta negates and destroys spells. Yeah, pretty much. That's all he does. And then the last one, Epsilon, I don't play negates traps, but he's just not good because traps aren't super relevant, and like I decided to decrease anyway, so which is better. So yeah, that's all the PSY-Frame monsters. Pretty sick. They all do something different. So you can pretty much stop anything, but the general consensus I find is what people are doing are saying that like, oh, like to beat this deck, just don't do anything, because like then you can't summon monsters. And you know that's why Ryan played the Senjus, and that's why I'm playing the Wind-Up Rabbit. Yeah, look at these scrub rarities. So yeah, the idea with this is that they'll just like pass turn and you just go Wind-Up Rabbit and poke for 14, and then it just vanishes on their turn. So you have no monsters and you can use your PSY-Frames. So yeah, you don't want to play any monsters that'll stick on the field pretty much, because then like you're kind of screwed. So Wind-Up Rabbit's pretty cool. Just really for that, just like poke them for 14, and they'll have to waste a resource, you know, something on this. Just to get rid of it. This card's super annoying to get rid of. Like, you'll have to waste their warning or whatever, their 1-up warning, and then, like, that's pretty much the only card that gets off the PSY-Frames, because you can't bottomless or torrential them when they come out. It's a weird kind of ruling, but it's like, it comes out, I don't remember exactly what the ruling, it's something, like, I know that's true, but, like, I don't remember exactly. It's something like, because, it comes out on the resolution of Chainlink 2 or higher. Or yeah, on a Chainlink 2 or higher. It's part of their resolution to summon them, so they can't chain something else in the middle of a chain. So yeah, and then 3 card car. This card just is pretty obvious. You don't really do anything on your turn, so you can just summon this and then draw 2 cards, 3 cards pretty much. It does kind of suck if you draw into the trap or the field spell, because you can't use them. Obviously, because it becomes your end phase, but yeah, still a good card. And then 3 Mexi, because it's just such a good card in meta, and while you do have cards that can negate other things, especially match up against like Necros, you don't, like, you're pretty much only going to get like 1 gear off a turn unless you have the field spell, and you can like bounce your Omega or Zeta or something like that. So you're not going to want to like auto negate anything. You're going to want to negate at the right time, and that's where like Maxi becomes good, either if you don't have anything else to activate, or if you want to save it for something, like if you have like a Gamma, you like want to save it for the Valve, you just go Maxi and then just draw a bunch of cards. And it becomes really dangerous for your opponent, because obviously you're drawing into more hand traps with more things to stop them, and you know they don't know what you have, and it's part of like what's so scary about this tech. It's like you have no idea what to expect. Pretty evil. And then spells, 3 Circuit. This is the amazing field spell for the deck. What this does is that if a PSY-Frame monster or monsters are special summoned to your side of the field, except in the damage step, you can immediately synchro summon with them. Or you can immediately synchro summon using any PSY-Frames on your side of the field. So you can, and that it doesn't have to be like a PSY-Frame synchro, it doesn't have to be a psychic, it can be any synchro you want. So like you can like Black Rose on their turn, which is really nasty. So it also has an honest effect. When one of your PSY-Frame monsters battles an opponent's monster, you can discard a PSY-Frame monster, from your hand to have that monster you control gain attack equal to that monster, which isn't something that really comes up a lot, but at least it puts the, like, if you draw into a driver, like, you know, at least you can use that. He's 25, and then they all have like a little bit of attack, so it's not bad. It's not great, but like obviously, like that honestly that should not have been part of the effect. Like, it's kind of useless to be honest, but whatever. 3 Psychic Field Zone. This is the reverse Miracle Fusion. That's what everyone's been calling it of the deck. This card, you don't have to like control no monsters or anything. It doesn't matter. You select 2 of your banished psychic monsters, a tuner and a non-tuner, return them to your graveyard, and then synchro summon into a psychic monster with an equal level, and it has to come out in defense position. So it's kind of like not that great a card, to be honest. I don't like it that much, but like you kind of need to play it at 3 because you don't always have the field spell, and it's a lot safer to use your PSY-Frame gears if you don't have the field spell when you have this. So you can just synchro anyway, but it has to be a psychic, so you're pretty much only going to be going into Omega or Zeta, which are pretty much the only synchros you make anyway. And then 3 Duality, because like I said, you don't really do a lot on your turn. So I mean, you might like Duality, set Overload, and then card Cardi or something like that. So just digs into your deck. And then Raigeki, and obviously I would have to take this out for the ARG, but I'm just playing it right now. This isn't like a fantastic card just because like you want your opponent to have things, you want them to be able to make plays so you can use your PSY-Frames, but really like if things are getting like out of control, obviously you want to be able to board wipe, and also the fiends are really annoying. Like Majesty's Fiend, Vanity's Fiend, they just wreck this deck. And then 3 of the best card in the deck, PSY-Frame Overload. This is the trap that everyone's like complaining about. What it does is once per turn you can banish a PSY-Frame monster from your hand or face up on your side of the field to banish any card on the field face down, or if it's on the field, or yeah, any card on the field, and banish it face down, and that's permanent. It doesn't like come back in the standby phase or anything. No, it's just gone, and it's very important that it banishes face down because there's no card that I'm aware of that can bring back a card that's banished face down. So it's just gone forever. Like there's nothing they can do about it. And the other effect it has is that during either player's turn, if it's in the graveyard, except during the turn it was sent there, you can banish it to add any PSY-Frame card from your deck to your hand except itself. So pretty broken. Some noises. Double Breakthrough Skill just because it's a fantastic card. It's just like really good in this format, and it goes along with the bench theme because you can put it back with Omega, and then Torrential because it's just like generic destruction effect, and like if you don't want your things to get banished, then you just Torrential. And then I'll show you my extra board. 2 Omega. This card is insane. It has 3 fantastic effects. Once per turn, during either player's main phase, you can banish him and 1 random card from your opponent's hand face up. So you get to see what it is, and then they both come back in your next standby phase. And its next effect is during your opponent's standby phase, you can take any banished card and put it back in the respective graveyard. And finally, if he is in your graveyard, you can target 1 other PSY-Frame card, or is it? I'm still new to this deck. Yeah, or you can target any other card in either player's graveyard and then shuffle him and that card back into the deck. So pretty insane, and like it works good. It works pretty well against your opponent too. It's just like against, I don't know, like Subtellers or something like that. Say like you just put back their defense so they can't alt or just like things. That's not a great example, but you know what I'm saying. But it just puts him back. So yeah, he's really good. And then to Zeta, he's an 8 in Zeta's a 7. He comes up quite a bit actually. It's just whatever you can make. what Zeta does is once per turn, during either player's turn, doesn't matter when, you can target one special summon monster your opponent controls that's in face-up attack position, banish that and this card until the next standby phase. And if he is in your graveyard, you can target one other PSY-Frame card in your graveyard, return him to the extra deck, and add that card to your hand. So that's pretty ridiculous. So yeah, that was pretty broken. And then the rest is just like generic synchro that honestly doesn't really come up, but it's just there. Wyvern, Ancient Fairy, Black Rose. Actually, Black Rose comes up because like you can do it on their turn, just blow everything up. It's really insane. Moonlight, Clearwing, Yazi, Spark, Thought Ruler. It is a psychic. You can use Field Zone, and it's just like other stupid things in the deck. Protect your other monsters. Colossal Fighter, because whatchamacallit, Cosmos are annoying. And this is like really annoying for that deck. Crimson Blader, it's also a really annoying card, and then Harbinger and Archfiend, because it just blows everything up. So yeah, that's the deck, and I'm not really going to go over the side, because it's still work in progress, but I just wanted to show this card. Doom Cow. I saw this in a few people's side decks, like playing this deck, and I was like, what? Why? And then I thought about it, and this card is insane. Like, it's so good. It's a huge beater that, it's just so good. First, it's like it destroys Necros because they're so, like, every turn they're reliant, obviously, on their monster effects. They want to, pitch the things to add other things. So it's really hard to play against a card like this because you can only use them once per turn. So Doom Cow will just like automatically negate it because he has to negate. He's like Lad, and then you'll have no cards on your side of the field, and you'll be free to use your PSY-Frames. So once they figure out how to deal with this, they'll waste something to get rid of it. Well, they have to. Then they have to worry about whatever may or may not be in your hand. So it's a really nasty card to deal with, and it's really, really good. And Rex, Necros, Cosmos, like Tellers, like these decks just like can't handle it. Like Tellers can't do anything really against this because like it'll just automatically get negated, and they don't have anything. They can't just like normal summon something and get over it. He's 1900. So it's really broken. So yeah, I'm definitely like siding 3 of these right now. I might cut it down to 2 just because of space issues, but at the moment it's at 3 and it's amazing. So yeah, that is the deck. I really like this deck. I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's really annoying just having to deal with it because no one still understands like how it works or how to play against it, and that's kind of an important thing. Just like it just gets you a lot of free wins just based off that, which is kind of like cheeky and stupid, but I'm having fun with myself. So this is the deck I'm probably going to be taking to ARG. I will be going to the sneak peek for the next set, which is like whatever. Like we're just waiting for Bosch, really. Like no one like cares about Dimension of Chaos, but super psyched for the set after that. But yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun, and then I'm still going to main, and then hopefully I'll be able to go to Peabody, but that's up to my math professor. So yeah, I talk all about that in another vid. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Remember to comment, rate, and subscribe. Get those numbers up there. I'm gonna be trying to do a vlog for the trip to Rhode Island. It's gonna be a lot of fun hanging out with my friends. Maybe get fucked up later. But yeah, so yeah, that's it for now, guys. I'll see you next time.